Hi, starting off with stem stitch today. So you just do a regular stitch, just one stitch length across, come through the back. I always do it sort of embroidery style like this rather than sewing style. And then you just come up in the middle, in the centre of that stitch you've just made, keeping the thread at the bottom of your work, and just pull it through. Then go half a stitch along here, go down, and then come up at the end of the previous stitch. So just trying to poke it through there. Just come up there. Always keep the loop at the bottom of your work so you don't get in a muddle. Half a stitch there, and then come up in the middle, and just keep doing that as you go along. French knots now, so come up at the back of the work, pull the thread right the way through, and then hold the thread with your left hand. Wrap the thread 2 times, 3 times around that needle, hold it tight with your left hand there, and push the needle back through the fabric. Just do it really gently, keep holding. You can see that thread, I'm holding it with my left hand. Don't let go till the last minute, and don't pull it through too tight, otherwise you'll lose the knots at the back of the work. So pull it up, that's it, with your left hand I'm holding that tight, wrap it around the needle, and then carefully just pop just right alongside where you came up there and back down again. Keep holding the thread in your left hand and pull it through carefully. These get easier the more you do them. So split stitch now, another form of completing a line, and things like split stitch and stem stitch are good for curves. They go around nice and neatly. So you do a single stitch first of all, then you come up at the back of the work as though doing your next stitch, and then you go through halfway along the stitch and go right in the middle, literally splitting the threads of the stitch before, and pull that through. That one's not particularly neat. It's quite hard to stitch and you can't put your head over the hoop to see. So yeah, back through, so one stitch, go back through the previous stitch halfway through and pull it through. So you are splitting the threads as you put the needle through. Usually I try to keep these quite small and quite neat. And then for the beginners, I thought I'd just quickly demonstrate back stitch, which you can use this in place of the stem stitch or the split stitch if you like, if you find it easier. You just make a regular stitch, so up from the back, down through the top, then you come along the side, another stitch length along, up through the back, and just put your needle through the hole you came back for the last one. Literally going back on yourself. And don't stress about whether the stitches are the same length as each other, because it really doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter how messy it is at the back either.